So once you've got to the point, and it takes courage, guys. I know it does. Sometimes it really does. But what I'm going to teach you in the fourth section of this workshop is meditation, and that's going to really change your game, brother. I'm telling you. That's what I bring to the table that I haven't seen any other dating guru talk about. Now, maybe they are, but I haven't seen them. I haven't found them, and I've looked at a lot. So let's not get overwhelmed here. I'm just going to have to go methodically through every one of these points, guys, and just hit on them. And if you need to listen to this stuff again, then please do so. That's what it's all about. That's what you're paying for this course for, okay? And this is awesome information. I'm telling you, a whole lifetime I've spent gathering this information and presenting it to you. And I'm not putting it on YouTube because it's just like, it could be totally lost in obscurity. I think people should pay for this information, frankly. And I think it's valuable, okay? It's very valuable. So you got to the point of approaching her and saying something, if it's something that I just mentioned. Now, if she's super attractive and you think maybe she's got a super high opinion of herself, that maybe it's time quickly to give her a jab, okay? So remember, one must strike two stones together to create a spark, which is friction. So then you could say something like I mentioned before. Is that your real eye color? You have great hair. Is it real? I like this one. I just came up with it. I think it's a good one. Are you straight? You know, but something like that. Playful, but it'll take her back. You want to break the pattern, okay? Her pattern is very, very straightforward. I've talked to many hot women about this that I've not had the privilege of even getting with. Beautiful women. They all get approached and gawked at constantly, dude. You, my friend, the taker of this course, my Jedi Knight, you have got to be different, okay? You have got to be different. That's why I harped on the Sigma male idea. The Sigma male is different. It's not playing it like every other guy. Because you're going to quickly be put in the friend category or just get away from me creep category if you don't do this right. So if you decide the girl needs a neg, it's all going to happen really fast. And and if you have a doubt, if you're not sure, don't think too much. We don't want you thinking too much. You need to get out of your head and stay in the moment. We're going to talk a lot about that. But if you deliver a neg, it's not that big of a deal, and it's a playful neg. It's a jab. I think a jab is a better way of saying it because the neg idea has gotten a lot of bad press. So in this very beginning phase you just met, it is advisable in a lot of cases to touch the girl, but you got to know how to do it, okay? Because you could easily creep her out, touch her in the wrong place. We have what we call safe zone areas to touch, okay? And I wasn't sure if I should put this in the first phase or the second phase, but it's definitely going to go in either the first or the second phase when we go into the idea of touch. For sure, touch her in the hand, like shaking her hand to introduce yourself. But let's say the approach is going fine. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you, the approach is quite hard. It's hard and it's easy at the same time. It's like all you got to really do is just go over there and talk to the girl. But you know as well as I do, there's a million and one ways that you could fall flat and get rejected. Let's just face it. So for us guys, this can be the most hard part because if you don't do it right, it's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. You'll go home and get depressed and go jerk off and drink beer and smoke pot all night and, go into oblivion and deal with the rejection for however long it takes. It doesn't have to be that way, but that's the way it is for a lot of us, okay? So we're going to talk about touch very soon in the next phase. But there are certain safe zone areas that you can touch her that will make her think twice about letting you go, and she may very well want to continue the interaction if you do it properly. But let's say you just shook her hand, you got something going. Yeah, I can't give you every line to say to her in that initial approach phase. I just can tell you because it's just too many things that could happen. But I think there's a few things you could do. You could make an observation about the place that you guys are in. If you're in the grocery store, you see she's got a lot of groceries in her cart, you could make a comment about, oh gosh, looks like you got a lot of groceries there. I mean, there's so many things you could talk about. It's just got to sort of happen naturally, even though it's difficult. You want to get, I'm not saying for sure you have to get her number like you're some salesman, but keep in mind that, especially in a bigger city, you're probably never going to see her again.